The clock winds back to the start of the journey to Penacony. The Astral Express, upon invitation from the Watchmaker, heads to a grand struggle for a legacy begins. Numerous factions enter one after another, acting in response to the situation. The family hosts a confrontation between the emanator of the Nihility, Acheron, and IPC representative Aventurine becomes the turning point of the Express crew, thus delves into the heart of the situation. Here, Gallagher reveals to everyone the truths about the dreamscape, the Stellaron, Mikhail, and the other. To fulfill the wishes of their predecessors, everyone heads to the Penacony Grand Theater with the intention of sealing the Stellaron. However, the future of Penacony remains uncertain. However, thanks to the mediation of the crew, the family, and the IPC, in the very end, Sparkle makes a grand return with a startling bomb show. This crisis is ultimately resolved amidst spectacular fireworks.
Amphorius.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden. You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Huh? Has it...
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion, too. They don't know we're considering Amphor.
Yeah! Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still...
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral chart...
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending...
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts.
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while...
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos? Who knows who's been fanning the flames? But
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything.
oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure.
You mean, the former Oak family?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have...
I've heard another theory about that family. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez, are we Penaconians never gonna dream?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our...
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can...
The only one? What about her?
At least, she was spared from the...
What a shame.
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than I've seen plenty like you. Eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As that said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach.
You're right.
She should still be in
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know. I can't bring myself to see her when
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be on what's happening at Ideen Park.
Hey! Hey! Hey,
My apologies.
Remind me. Why do I have...
We've been through this. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence.
You certainly don't have much of one.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same.
Holy mo...
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to when you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this a night that they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal. As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting.
She only left me with a most intriguing message. I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of...
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment.
By walking straight...
Or by when it's time to go. This will be farewell for good.
Can't you just look back on it from a
There's something else I want to do, too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the Order...
Get off your high horse. The other four families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time.
You know how it is. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. The same applies when bidding my home farewell.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises. Oh, come on.
Sorry, but park facilities are...
That sounds familiar.
I'm awake.
What? What are you, Mr. One Week? Please excuse me, I should...
I want to know what's going on in there.
There's nothing much to say, actually. We blood...
Aftermath.
You...
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Oh, I see. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's...
What happens if you violate the pro...
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's...
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance?
Please take these notes with you.
You shouldn't have said that just now. A little
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. So, why are we here? You managed this part.
You could say that. I was still a child back then. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, in hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things.
Was that his way of
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. That there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. This place is no exception. The distorted...
Let's see what we have on these.
Nice.
No consumption of food except for burgers. What? Handstand walks around flower beds are prohibited. Now, let's not worry about how the Bloodhounds figured this one out. Huh. I reckon the worst that can happen for this.
No, thank you.
Be kind to...
Looks like some rules weren't distorted.
Did you make this rule because...
No, it was for Mr. Gopherwood. He used to stop by the park to people walk. I wanted him to rest undisturbed.
Be kind...
Looks like some rule.
Did you make this...
No, it was for... I wanted him to rest undisturbed.
No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner.
What happens if I...
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective...
Huh.
Wait, don't...
Ah,
That's odd.
didn't I tell ya? The family can... Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out. Only cast and crew members are allowed on this...
And an easy one to test.
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like...
You've been iron fist... Wait a sec. If...
I tried to warn you. How do you feel?
Now? I'm feeling murderous.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to...
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, then I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now? Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps that Dream Jolt Troop wear. Please do not use Soul Glad bottle cap that Dream Jolt Troop wear. Oh, there it is. Found it.
Just one moment. Ugh. I'm afraid you're going to have to handle...
Handle this? Wait, is that...
May I remind you that I am currently on...
Whew. Luck's on our side. Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens? Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule? They can't... No.
You need to get stronger.
Until everything burns to ashes!
The fear that knows not fear. I won't do. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Fight to live!
My friends?
Indulge yourselves!
Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
Never hesitate to love.
Set the seas ablaze!
I won't do. The fear that knows not fear. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Fight to live!
Let the show begin! Friends?
Indulge yourselves!
Oh, did they have to do that? They could have just...
Perhaps making the attractions...
Aren't the...
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Do not discard... This is
Children tend to be fascinated by...
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Something's happened. What is this?
Enough. The location...
Oh, there it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Whoa. It worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
You never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure. What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now.